I'm so sorry. Thank you, Sushan. Okay, so that's a wonderful place that we've just started. I think somehow I missed it. Okay, so thank you, Sushan. So now let's begin here. First of all, let me go here and anything else anybody wants to mention? So we'll just start out now. So from my end, now I'm going to this page, right? So before I go on to the theory and the slides and all that, I'm going to this page. Now, what do you understand of this page?
The top two slots are basically paid slots where it mentions ad, and rest are appearing organically.
Right, right. So there are ads and there is something as that we know as organic results, right? Anybody else wants to mention anything else? Paid
The results that are coming up are basically variations of the search words that have been typed in the box.
okay, variations of these words. Buy furniture online. You see the same thing written here. That's what you're saying? Furniture online, furniture online. Is that what you mean?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, that's what
All
I
right,
mean.
all right. It's a mixture of paid and organic results. All right. So yes. So broadly, yes. So one, Google is providing us results closely related to what we are looking for, right? That's what the idea is. Within this, there is a breakup, right? What is it? There are few things that you see as ads. See this rectangle here? It says ad, right? You see this rectangle here? It says ad. Even if I go up here, it says sponsored, right? Then I scroll down. This does not say ad anywhere. It does not say ad, does not say ad till I reach here. And then again, it starts saying ad, 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 right? So that means that it's not all the same, right? Somewhere there is a difference. What's the difference? The difference is that what you see in middle, in the the middle part here, all these links that you're seeing, these are what Google is offering you as a search engine, because it is a search engine and it is supposed to offer you results for what you're looking for. So it's going and checking the content of different pages, right, which match what you're looking for, and it is giving you these results. And of course there is more, there's more to it. There is an algorithm, Google algorithm, that works with behind this, and that also gets updated from time to time. So, and these are known as organic search results, right? These are known as organic search results. These are not paid by these advertisers. There's no advertising in this, so nobody is paying to Google for appearing here, right? While these ads that you see, right, all these ads that you see, even these ones, right, these ads that you see, this brand, okay, this brand, if I go and click on this ad, so right now even if it's appearing, this brand is not paying to Google for it, but just for appearance they don't pay, right? So you will not be paying, but like we'll be considering you as an advertiser, we as an advertiser, right? So you'll not be paying just because your ad appears here, but if I go and click on your ad, then you will be paying a certain amount to Google. It is paid in that sense. It is paid per click, okay, and that is why you will hear the word PPC, right? So it is based on a payment per click, on a per click basis, right? So anybody clicks on this ad, you are supposed to pay a per click amount to Google. So and right now, since you're seeing these ads, okay, this is a different kind of format, which is only for products. Rest, if you find any other kind of searches, then these ads will not appear. So then there can be four of these text ads, okay, there are two of these text ads, there can be four here, and then organic search results in between, and then there will be these three ads at the bottom of the page. Now next question is, why do you think you should be here? Do you think you should be here? Why do you think you ought to be present? So now, okay, beyond this, this is just the distinction, right? Now beyond this, where we are concerned about in in our sessions is this paid part of the paid links. So we'll not be concerned with the organic bit, because that is covered in your SEO module, right? So there is something known as search engine optimization, wherein you improve your website so that you improve your ranking on all these, right? So, but that is a different module altogether. We will be concerned about this one. So my question is that why do you think we should be here, or do you think we should be here, or we should just be content with being here? To get the maximum traffic, we should be on the top, correct, Nikhil? So Nikhil says that because we will have now, even if you are here, there will be 4 ads above your ad, right? So sorry, 4 ads above this link of yours, right? There will be 4 ads above, and if you're not there on those links, then you'll be here, right? Because people generally do not move to the second page. Correct. There may be many brands that may not even appear on this page, right? So see how many brands are here, right? So just very, like, probably very known brands, but even this one, right? This brand is not there anywhere, right? This brand, it's not there anywhere on this page. Otherwise, if they had not advertised, or even this one probably, right? So you'll not be there. You may not be there on the first page, but with your advertising, you can be there. Okay. So some things we've seen right here. Now, generally, the fastest conversion comes from paid ads, right? So another reason is that, of course, they are prominent and all that. They are occupying that position. The other very important bit is that every part of this ad is going to be written by you, and you can change anything at any time, right? So look at this, this pepper fry, how this is appearing, and how, if they go and advertise, how they can write it, right? So they can write whatever is happening right now. A back to school sale is happening right now, so tomorrow if it changes to let's say some summer sale or monsoon sale, so they'll change it, right? So here it's not like that. Okay, this is how Google picks it up. This is just how the Google crawlers algorithm just picks it up, right? So this is where you can make all those changes. You can highlight certain things, whatever you want, whatever is happening at this moment. Okay. Then the consumer looks on the top of the page, and it attracts his attention faster because people hardly go to the next page. So in order to get maximum traffic, we have to be on the first page. SEO is a very slow process. That's also true. Such brands can promote on YouTube, where we can't skip an ad. Um, right. So we'll be discussing YouTube and all that as well. Such brands can promote on YouTube, where we can't skip an ad. Right. So of course there are many different kinds of possibilities. You have different websites, you have social media, there's YouTube. But as of now, I was just talking about this. Yes, of course. Whereas paid campaigns can help us to be on top of the search results. Whereas paid campaigns can be helpful on top of search results. Exactly. So let's go back now. So once this distinction is clear, I hope everybody can identify which are the ads here. Right. So now let's go back. Okay. So I'll just go into some bit of theory before we come back to this bit. There is a certain, the way you write web in description on your website, there are meta tags, there are things, Deepak, that you learn in your SEO session. So those are picked up by Google automatically. Those will be picked up, but you can't really.
Ma'am, excuse me, I'm sorry to disturb. Ma'am, I have a question. I mean, like you said, can you go to the can you go to the last slide, please?
Yes.
The last slide. Yes. Like you said, see in the paid ads, you can write as it like back to school sale as a paper fry or something like that. Can we not write it in the description for the organic ads that we do? We can write, right?
You can write, but again, I'm not sure Google will pick it up so quickly, right? Because that doesn't instantly change. Then you have to, I think, submit it again, and then you have to submit it again, and then Google will go and pick it up. Plus, you can't keep changing that like that, right? So you can't keep changing your basic site description all the time. But here you
Okay.
can, yeah, and again, if you will change it, even if you change it, you can't change it for every keyword. But here you can really decide that if this is the key, if this is what somebody is typing, then what will show.
Mhm.
Okay, that you can't change there, right?
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I understand. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Difference between, and then more on that, of course, more on this bit in your SEO module. Okay, more on this bit. So beyond the distinction, we will be talking about this part. Difference between SEM and SEO. I have slides on that, sweetie. I'll come to that. Ashish, why few ads are on top and few are on the bottom of the page? Okay, so that is again another part that we will be discussing today, because there is a kind of auction that happens at the back end, Ashish. Okay, so what you are seeing here is a result of that auction. So how that auction process goes about, we will see that. Okay, so now, yes, in paid ads, you can change anything, any of that at any point in time, and then just save it. So once it is approved within one business day, anything gets approved, it can go live. Does all PPC ads have the same rate? No, 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 no. It's pay per click. Now that click, how much you pay per click keeps changing depending on what words you are being present on. What's the kind of competition, all that. Okay, don't worry, Himanshu. This is something that we'll be seeing in lot more in detail. Okay, so today what we'll be discussing, this is between today and Thursday. So we'll start with some bit of theory on, some bit of marketing theory, and then we'll understand, more on Google AdWords, the auction bit, what are these different networks, some terminologies, the structure. We'll go and create that account. We'll see what is the structure of that account, what are the different possibilities, what kind of ads we can run from here, and yeah, and then we'll go and create one search campaign, basic search campaign. So that's the agenda for today and Thursday together. Now, just some bit into the consumer journey, right? It is just to say that why, again how Google has kind of established why you ought to be as a brand present there. Okay, so what happened was Procter and Gamble first of all devised this theory. Okay, so now all of us who would have studied marketing here would know that we study consumer journey there. So traditionally also and forever we've been studying that. So we've studied that there is a consumer journey when they first get exposed to your brand, to how they convert, how they finally go and buy, then post the sale also. You're supposed to manage a lot of things. There can be dissonance, there can be a lot of things that you're supposed to manage. All that we've studied in traditional marketing. Now the same thing we have to look at it from digital perspective as well. What new is coming in that journey, right, where the consumer goes through, gets exposed to that brand. So first of all, there's one theory that P&G had, the Procter and Gamble had devised three moments of truth, right? I've not come into this online, the Google part of it yet. P&G, three moments of truth: first, second, and third moment of truth. So they said that there are three important stages, right? Three critical points which really matter in where consumer kind of takes, three important points that matter in this consumer journey. So first one was when the consumer goes and picks the product at the shelf, sees what it says, sees what the features are, or sees what the constitution is, depending on the kind of product it is. So when they first pick up the product at the shelf and read about it. Second moment of truth is when they use that product, right? So when they purchase that product, right, and when they use it. And then third moment of truth is the experience, right? When they go and judge it. So when they go and judge it, is this product good enough? Does it work? Does it have the functionality? Does it really serve the need for which this product was really bought, right? So all that judgment, all that experience bit, that goes in the third moment of truth. So that is what Procter and Gamble devised in 2005, way back. Now Google has gone and used this same theory and said that now there is a zero moment of truth as well. So then it was stimulus, shelf. Stimulus is when you're exposed to the product, maybe an ad, you see an ad and you get exposed to that product. So stimulus, shelf, and finally experience, right? So that's the consumer journey. Now there is stimulus, there is shelf, and there is experience, but there is a lot of online research also that the consumer will be doing. The more valuable the product to the consumer, and the more high priced, or the more the consumer is sort of attached with the benefits there, the more important the product is to the consumer, the more they will research, right? So, and this process of research online is what Google calls at zero moment of truth, right? So while they devised this theory some time back, right, but this is their reason that that's where they say that because people will be coming here to to Google to different places, to YouTube. They will go into, probably they will search for product comparison videos. They will go to some review websites. All of that research, that process of research that a consumer will go through is known as zero moment of truth. And in that process, you ought to be present as a brand, because if you will not be present in this brand, a lot of part of purchase decision also possibly will happen here. So if somebody is thinking of buying a car, they'll not just go and visit 10 different brands showrooms. They will probably come in here and they will see, try and figure out what segments are there, what segment is right for them, which are the cars in that segment, which are the best selling ones, which are the ones that are rated the best. So which ones they want to really go and see. So possibly then they will visit 3 brand showrooms, right? Possible. So because that process is happening online, you really have to be part of the zero moment of truth of the this phase of the consumer. And the other bit is that when somebody goes and zero moment of truth, Sushant, is this process of online research that a consumer goes through. Okay, so this is also a very critical point in the consumer journey, where they go and research online, right? So now this is zero moment of truth. And when another consumer is in this stage, in the experience stage, they are happy, they're sad, whatever is their judgment. What they will also go and do is they will go and post it online, right? They'll possibly post it on their review website, on their social media, or on YouTube. They'll create a video about it, or whatever it is, right? When they do it, they that will be seen by their friends and family, and that will become a part of the zero moment of truth of these people, right? Who are in this phase. So that's how that's just the way why you ought to be, you have to be part of this. So while these platforms we don't own, we have to be present there, because the consumer will come in and look for us here. Ultimate moment of truth, another somebody called Brian Solis has just changed it a little bit around, a little bit more, and said that there's stimulus, there's zero moment of truth, first moment of truth, second moment of truth. And what this person has done is said that this experience happens, they're experiencing the product, and then what they will do is they will go and share this experience online. So sharing this experience online has been segregated in this theory, and it's been named as the ultimate moment of truth. Okay, so these are just some things that people have devised, but the idea is that this is the consumer journey, the new consumer journey, and that is why you have to be, you really cannot ignore this. Okay, there's one more bit about micro moments, right? Micro moments is that people are in this small, I want to know, I want to go, I want to do, and I want to buy kind of moments. More with the advent of smartphones, people are going online, finding solutions, right? And you have to be, as a brand, understand this as well, right? And not just um, just kind of speak about yourself, promote one way content, but no, you have to also understand these bits, and you have to be part of that as well. So I'll just share a video on this one. You can just go and watch. Let me know when you are done watching this video. Okay, just watch this video, you'll understand what this is all about. We will just wait for a few more seconds for everybody to finish. You can go through this slide also in the meanwhile. Okay, another very important point that I would like to mention is that uh, guys, don't worry about this presentation and all. Okay, just in case this is your very first session or very first module, don't worry about the presentation and all. The presentation will be there in the LMS, right? So you don't have to worry about getting any links from the presentation or any screenshots from this, right? So it's all there. And the other bit is the recording will also be available to you by I don't know that I cannot tell you one particular day, but the recording will also be available to you in a few days time, and you will be sent a link for the same, right? So all that is there, so you can just simply focus on, maybe take down your any other notes that you would like to still take down, any questions that you want to note down, but not the content. You don't have to worry about this content. Yeah, it's but it's yeah, sure, Sonal. Yes, please tell me what is the doubt. Anything within that? Just there's some links, right? Oh, okay, okay. No worries. So we are anyway starting with introduction, right? So possibly because you guys have also been moving from module to module, right? So we're starting with introduction only. So you can then post this session also you can go and read up. Okay. So now what is SEM all about? So we've discussed, right? So there's a part that organic search result is there, and then organic search results you can use SEO or search engine optimization to improve it. And this, the paid advertising part, you will also hear it called as PPC, right? SEM is also used interchangeably for the paid part of it. So that's about it. And these are some differences between SEO and PPC or SEM part of it, the paid part of it. So SEO is, like I told you, it's about SEO. You improve your website to get better ranking. Here you will be promoting, you will be paying, right? That will be paid. SEO will take some more time. It takes the longer time to improve your ranking there. You can't just start it today and get your ads up there. Sorry, not ads, I mean get your presence right there on the first page, or or on the top of the first page. It takes time. While SEM, we just saw that, here we saw in the in our paid advertising, we saw that there were brands that were present on the first page while they were not present organically on the first page. So then yeah, so that's it. I think that's the same thing. Now, where they appear, where the results appear, the left-hand side one is search results, the organic search results, and the right-hand side is our AdWords ads. So we already know top and bottom of the page, SERP. By the way, you'll see somewhere written as SERP is your search engine result page. So our ads will appear top and the bottom of the page, where those organic results will appear on the middle of the page. Now, how the organic search results are matched, okay, is that when somebody goes and types something, Google goes and sees which all pages have that information, right? That kind of information, which all pages have. That is essentially what Google is trying to figure out. Now, also they will order, so they will decide the order, like what should be ranked above and what should be ranked below, on things like how relevant is the content there, and how popular are those pages as well, right? In case of our ads now, what happens is, you will, as an advertiser, you will say that I want to be present on this keyword. Okay, you will say I want to be present on this keyword. Keyword means one word or a phrase that you will say that I want to be present on that. And then Google will go and see, whenever somebody types something similar to that, Google will go and see that who all are the advertisers who want to be present on that, which means they are bidding on that, right? So who are the advertisers who are bidding on that? So here they are not saying that, okay, which are the websites that have matching content and all that. So they are just seeing that who wants to be present on that. Okay, so that is the idea. So that's how this one differs in terms of matching. And here how the order is decided, like why a certain ad is at the number 1 position, why a certain ad is at the number 2 position, and so on. We'll see that. Okay, now this is just some data, right? This is just some data into how things are growing, how online retail is growing, which are the fastest growing categories and all that. These slides will be with you. Again, some more data. Right, now what is Google AdWords? Okay, so let me just show this to you first of all. This is the one that we are talking about. Right, so this is the platform that we are going to be talking about. It says get your ad on Google today. Be seen by customers at the very moment they are searching on Google for the things you offer, and only pay when they click to visit your website or when they call up in case you want calls. Okay, so this is the platform that we will be learning over the next 4 sessions, right? And it's not just about search, there's more to it, but we'll see the other part of it also in some time. Now, any questions so far? No, I guess. Okay, so now Google AdWords, this platform, they started it in 2000. And while you will hear that, great, thanks Deepak and Savan. So while you will hear that there's a lot of things there are a lot of things they experiment with. There's Alphabet and all that, and they're just trying to see into the future. But as of now, the main source of revenue, even now, is still continues to be AdWords, right? So that's how it is. This is where they really earn from. And now coming to how it goes about for us advertisers is that you can go and create an account here, right? And then you go and create an account here, and then you say that, let's say I want people to come onto my website, right? So I will go and create my campaigns, my ads here. So when people come in and they search, right? So your ads appear, people will click on your ads, they will come to your website. So that's how you grow your business, by advertising here. Now, the some bits about this is that you completely will decide how much money you will put in into the advertising here, right? So how much money you want to, so like no minimum spending requirement, it says, right? So you will completely decide how much money you want to put into advertising, when you want to start advertising. Anytime you can go and stop it, right? Anytime you can go and change that ad, that like things like that ad that I showed, that what is written on that ad, you can go and change it at any time. Which keywords, like we have already discussed keywords, so which are the keywords, right, on which you want to be present, those things are completely in your control. You can completely decide to appear on a certain keyword now, and then say no longer I want to appear on this keyword, right? So all those things are completely in your control. um, yeah, and then of course you have the measurement you will get from Google, how many clicks and all that reporting will be there, which we will discuss in detail later on. So, or how many clicks and everything, how did it work, all that you will get. So all that, yeah. Now, would we need to pay some money as well while doing tasks related to Google AdWords? So in terms of our assignment, Sonam, what we usually suggest is, you should maybe probably pay. You should probably run a campaign, spend 500 rupees on a search network campaign. We haven't discussed the networks, but about 500 rupees on a search network campaign, and you can spend, let's say, a 500 rupees on a display network campaign over some time, right? Over a few days you can spend that, so that you can really see how it goes live and how things work, right? If you can still go and create a campaign in your account. Like I said, you can use all the features, but your ads will not run, so you'll not get the learnings in terms of numbers, how did it work. Okay. And in our second assignment, we will also have some questions, right? Second assignment means the second week, next Thursday. So we will also have some questions where we'll ask you, how was your learning from this? So we do expect you, yes, we do expect that you ought to, it'll be best if you have a website of your own and you create these ads to promote that website. Would we need to pay some money as, okay, that's done. Can AI take over managing ad campaigns or bidding for the right keywords? Yes, Nikhil. So there is some bit of machine learning involved within this platform also. So as we go along, I'll let you know which are the campaigns and how it works, and yes, where it is automated. Ads beside relevant content means that I know that I want to be present on, when somebody searches buy furniture online, right? So that is relevant to me because I am a furniture seller. So that is all. That's all I'm saying. So my ad should appear there, and my ad should not appear on something that is not relevant. Okay, so that is the bit on search, and then there is a display network bit also that I'll let you know in some time. Ashish, clear? Is there any alternative to Google? So yes, they have competitors. There is Bing, but they are small. They are obviously not. They do not have as wide a reach, and in India especially, it's even lower, right? So yeah, but they also work in the same way. So if you learn AdWords, you can also work on a Bing. So Himanshu. So your boss wants to advertise online and asks you where your ads will show, right? So that's another, now more to it. So it's not just about search. Okay, so we have seen this search ads, but it is not just about search. Your ads will also show up on display network, right? So your ads can also show up on display network, which means that your ads can show up on, see this part, Google display network. Okay, first, sorry, let me first complete this search bit. So Google search network is google.com, right? Google.com, which we went and saw that there were ads on google.com. Plus there are search partners, right? So their search partners means not very extensive, but a few websites have gone and partnered with Google on search. So not like Bing, like I just mentioned Bing, right? So they don't want to partner, they want to be a competitor. But these websites, like, I'll just show you. So say this is Google page, then this is a search partner. So ask.com has gone and partnered with Google. They what, so if somebody goes and searches here, then also these same Google ads can come up, right? The same Google ads can come up. So only if somebody clicks on this ad will they, this brand pay. Only if somebody clicks on the ad will the brand pay. So same ads can come up here as well, because they have gone and partnered with Google on this. As an advertiser, you can choose that I will stay only on Google, or yes, I will show my ads here as well. So that is Google search network. Together they make Google search network, Google plus these search partner websites. The second part of it is called Google display network. Now Google display network has nothing to do with search. Okay, Google display network doesn't have anything to do with search. Google display network is a huge network where you have over 2 million partner websites, mobile apps, video channels on YouTube, right, everywhere. So all these are part of Google display network, and you as a brand can go and show your ad on, all these different websites. So then I'm not talking about search ads, then we are talking about these, what you typically know as banner ads, right? Or even video in that sense is part of this, right? So we will also see as we go along. So here, let me first complete this. So you will have, like these banner ads, and also let's see here. So say, there's a website and there is an ad coming up here. So even these ads, you can go and show, you if you have image ads and all, and you want to get visibility, right? You want to create that brand awareness, you want to show ads on a number of websites, you can also run a Google display network campaign here and show your ads on across these websites. So suppose you're an auto company in this case, and you want to showcase your ads on, or some top 20 autos websites that you know, or mobile apps or videos and all that you know. So you can go and show your ads there, or you can just choose auto as a topic, and then Google will figure out which are these which websites will be relevant to you, and Google will go and show ads all across the web. So the reach that we are talking about through Google Display Network is more than 90% of the web, right? So Google Display Network is used in our selected website. Google Display Network, like I said, Ashish, the reach is more than 90% of the web, which and it's like, sorry, this is it's 2 million partner websites, right? 2 million, over 2 million partner websites and mobile apps. So so that's huge. So you know, most of the news websites that you possibly know are part of Google Display Network, you know, in that way. So let me try and see if I did. Let me try and see if an ad is appearing here right now. Right. So what you can also do is like you can, yeah, this one's here. So you know, you can as a brand, you know, see this PayPal ad here. So PayPal as a, you know, as a brand, you can directly contact, you know, Hindustan Times, you can contact DNA, you can contact Times of India, you can contact, you know, whichever kind of websites you want to contact. So you can contact them, their sales team, and say that, you know, I want to place my ad on your website. But at the same time, you know, how many websites can you really contact that way? So you can also just simply run your ads through AdWords, and then choose your websites there or choose your theme there. We will see how we will decide the targeting when we reach there. So you know, and you can run your ads on Hindustan Times as well. So here, see this. If I go on this it says ads by Google. So this ad is coming from Google. It's not coming directly to Hindustan Times. It's coming from Google. So they can simply create an ad like this through AdWords, and it can run on a website. So obviously, you know, the Hindustan Times will get an ad. It will also get some revenue. Of course, Google will be doing some revenue sharing, and so when you will be paying to Google, but Hindustan Times will also get revenue. Google will also get part of the revenue. So these ads also you can run, right? Um, but why does Google need a partner? This one, because Google has brought that entire web's reach to you. Tissa, okay, so Google has brought the reach of the entire web to you on Google Display Network, and on Search Network, it's not a huge list like anyway. So it's just about, you know, on, you know, if you choose to go and if you choose to go and showcase your ads on search partners, then what happens is, you know, anyway, like if ask.com, let's say an ask.com is not, may not be very popular in India, right? But my ad will only show, you know, on the locations that I'm mentioning, right? So my ad will only show there. One. Second, I will only be paying when somebody clicks on my ad. So that way, you know, as an advertiser, I'm okay. And you know, as for ask.com, of course, they get some revenue. As for Google, they just extend, you know, they just give you a value add, right? They give you a value add. They're extending your reach as well, right? Plus, of course, you know, the revenue sharing is happening even there. So they are also getting revenue. Yes, so Digital Vidya is also there on Google Display Network. Yes, Nikhil, a partner can deny, so they can go and say that, you know, I will possibly, you know, from their competitors, they will not, you know, accept ads. So they can go and say that, you know, these, so that much is there, yes. Tissa, clear? Any example? Pile, clear? GDN is used, okay, done. Why PayPal is getting an ad on Hindustan Times as compared to others? As compared to who? Whom? Uh, Okay, so if I refresh that page, another ad can appear, Ashish. Okay, so if you're saying that why is PayPal's ad is showing right now? Yeah. Okay, so if I refresh that page, that will be another what we call as an impression, and then another ad can also show. Okay, so it's not that PayPal is exclusively showing there, right? So next, you know, next if you go there, so another ad can show. Got it? Yeah. And then finally the ads on. So here, this place, this place you can also have video ads. So this banner ad that we saw, you can also have video ads there. And
Hello.
yes,
Hello, ma'am.
yes, hi.
Yeah, Sushant here. I had just a small doubt about those ads. You said that whenever we refresh the page,
Hmm.
we get new ads
Right,
like other ads.
right.
So this depends on what the rankings of the websites, or it is a random pick of their page. That firstly anything about cars will be there. After that, something about other sports brands will appear. And then what does it depend upon? Like the randomness or ranking of the website
Um, on that
when we refresh it.
on that particular website, you mean? On
Yeah, means if I'm seeing a Hindustan Time page and I'm seeing a ad of some cars, but we refresh it again and the other ad appears, you said na.
Mhm.
So that depends on what, like the ranking of that ad, or it
Sure.
is a random scenario.
Okay. So see, like I said, Hindustan Times may also get some direct ads, right? So if it gets more of direct ads, one, it will
Okay.
prefer to show those direct ads because it will have 100% revenue in that case, right? So when
Okay. Okay.
so and direct ads
Sorry.
usually they will have some number of impressions that would have, like, how many times the ads will show, that would have been decided with
Okay.
the advertiser. So that many times they will show.
Okay.
Now beyond that, if there are more hits, right, so they need to show more ads, then they will pick up from the
Correct.
network. Got it?
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Thank you.
sure. Which one is better, an impression, CPC or CP? We have not discussed, Nikhil, these terms. Okay, so don't worry about it. Right now, I'm just talking about this word impression because I needed to. So impression means when ad is appearing. Okay, that's all. So whenever an ad is appearing, it is called one impression. So okay, CPC, CPA, and all we will come to, and these are not comparable. These are completely different things. Okay, so don't worry. I'll be discussing terminology separately. Okay. Um, CPC or CPA. Okay, so the HT gets to choose which ad is to be shown and not. Actually, there is something called CPM also, Nikhil. So we'll see that. So if the HT gets to choose which the ad is to be shown and not Google. HT gets to choose. No, so HT. So it's like, they will not. They want to show ads, right? They are open to ads. It's just that probably they'll if they want to block out some competitors, they will block out. But otherwise, they'll not be like getting into choosing ads as such. Okay. So Google, we will, as advertisers, we will decide what kind of websites my ad will show on. Okay, so not Google, not HT. As an advertiser, I will decide where my ads will show. No, no. Whenever your ad appears, it is called one impression. No matter where it appears, whether it is an ad on search, whether it is an image ad, whether it is a video ad. Okay, it's called one impression, or where it appears on the page. Okay, so now going to YouTube, this is just some bit of understanding of possibilities that we're doing right now. So we will be getting into this display network in detail. So okay, so this part, now that we are here, Google Display Network, this is where we will go to in the third week. Okay, so till next week. So today, like introduction and some bit of search on like just basic search campaign on Thursday, and then next week we will stay on search only. And this Google Display Network part, we will only go on in the third week. So that's how the plan is. What is similar to Facebook ads? So yes, I mean campaign creation and all that. In fact, Google came in earlier, so from what, because I worked on it, so I know that. Impression, yeah, impression is the same. Impression is an online term. Okay, impression is an online term and it is the same everywhere. Deepak will discuss those terms. Don't worry about them. Okay, so let me reach there. CPC, CPM, and all. Okay, so now on YouTube, right? So on YouTube also there are these some of these formats, not every format, but there are some of these YouTube video ad formats that are present on AdWords. So where you can use AdWords and you can create those ads. Okay, so like that one very popular format on YouTube where you go and play a video. Saban, we will get there. Okay, don't worry. I'm not discussing terms right now. Okay, don't worry. So because some people mention, because some people know, so I don't want to, create that confusion. So we'll get there. So now, yeah, so sorry, so YouTube, where you see that, that format where somebody goes and plays a video on YouTube, and then guys, please stay on the mute mode, there's some disturbance. Okay, so it'll just be good for everybody. So now, if you play that video and then it says, you can skip it after 5 seconds, right? And then you can skip that video after 5 seconds, or you can watch that video. After that video finishes, then your video that you're watching will start, right? So that ad, that video ad that played in the beginning, so that kind of ad also you can go and create through AdWords, right? So which is another very interesting bit about you. So if you have, if you have interesting videos that you want to promote, that this is also another great kind of form advertising that you can sort of run through AdWords. Okay, these ad formats, text ads, right? Text ads, all words. This goes within search network. It, all text. In fact, your ads can show up as all text, even in that banner ad in the Google Display Network, right? So in that same banners, that which ad we saw, PayPal ad that we saw. So you saw there was an image also, right? There was an image, there was some text, but it might show up as all text also. In the same space, it might show up as all text, or it might have image, it might have logo and all that. But this kind of ads we will create, right? When we reach there, we will create that in the third week. So these are some responsive ads which can be sometimes all text, which may be text, image, logo, no logo, all that. Then there are image ads, of course, right? There are app promotion ads. Now mobile bit we will only reach in the fourth week. So if you have a mobile ad, sorry, if you have a mobile app, right? If you have a mobile app and you want more and more installs on that, right? So there is a campaign, there are some kind of ads that you can run for that as well. So where you can promote your ad, so people on search, on display network, everywhere, they can find your mobile app and then click on install and go and install your app, right? Video ads, that one that I just talked about. And then there are these shopping ads, the ones that you saw on top of that search page on Google, right? Those ads that you may have seen earlier also, very commonly seen all only by online product retailers, right? So they can go and showcase their products like this, where the image is there, the product title, price name, store name, all that is there, and see, it says sponsored. So again, now because this is on search, it will also be on per click basis. For this, there is a different kind of campaign. There is a Google shopping campaign that you need to create, and the network where it runs is Google search and Google search partner websites. Okay, shopping is not here in India, so Google search and Google search partner websites your ads can run. And this basically helps the users, if they're looking for something in particular, they might just find it right here on the ad. They click, they can go exactly to that, go directly to to that product. They can compare on the ads only, they can compare the prices, the products, they can go directly and buy, right? So that really helps online retailers. Showcase shopping ads, another variation of the same, right? Another variation of the same, where an image and description that expands when clicked to show several related products, not just one, but related products can show in that. So that's just one variation of the same. Call only ads. Now this is another one. So if you have a business which runs on calls, right? Let's say, for example, a spa business, right? People don't really care about going to a website, for any beauty services kind of a business. So they probably just want calls. In that case, they can or any such businesses, they can run call only ads, right? Where somebody, when click when they click on this a search ad. When somebody clicks on it, they don't go to the website, but instead they get this number on the keypad and they can call up this number. Okay, and it is part of search network only. Okay, this is part of search network. The call only is part of search network. Shopping ads also run only on search network. Your text ads run on search, and it can be all text on display as well. Image and video cannot be part of search network. They are only part of Google Display Network. Okay. So there is a price difference in the ads that cannot be skipped in YouTube. Yeah, the payment method is only different, sweetie. Okay, so I'll explain to you that later on. But the method of payment itself is different. Okay, search network and display network, right? Just writing down a few things here. So this one, this distinction we should be very clear about. So this one will get you a lot of traffic to your website, right? Traffic to website. I'm not saying that display network will not, but this is like a primary way to drive traffic to your website. So you advertise on search, a lot of people can click and come to your website. If you want a lot of visibility, right? Not that search can't lend you visibility, but this helps in a big way because you have those ad formats, right? You have image, video, all that. So this can get you visibility, brand awareness. Here it's all text ads or those shopping ads, right? Or even those call only ads, right? So those are there. And yeah, so that's some distinction that we've learned so far, right? This is search and search partners, and this is your huge network of websites, apps, video channels, all of that. Okay, now the next question is, you know, why does somebody's already asked this, so why does one ad appear at the top, right? And why does another ad appear at a number 2 position or 3? We saw that there are 4 ads at the top of the search page and 3 ads at the bottom. So let's say, how do I what really happens at the back end? Now these things you will not be really seeing. Okay, one, you can't really see this. You cannot really know in every auction what happened and all that. But it is important to learn so that you know what are the things that I need to focus on so that my ad can get a higher position. Okay, so that's the idea. Now what happens is, so Google, like we earlier discussed, that Google will see that who are the advertisers, right? When somebody goes and searches. Now when I'm talking about an ad auction, I mean, now we are discussing that what will happen when somebody searches, right? And I'm talking about only one search. Every search, this entire process takes place. Okay, so now one search happens. Google will see which are the advertisers who are bidding on this. Okay, bidding, when I say bidding, I mean which are the advertisers who want to be present on a keyword like this. And we say that I will pay so much money if a click happens. So I might go and say that if a click happens on this keyword, I will pay 10 rupees for every click. Okay, and another advertiser may come in and say that, okay, if a click happens, I will pay 12 rupees on this keyword for every click. Another advertiser might think, a third advertiser might want to bid 14 rupees per click on that keyword, right? So everybody is bidding per keyword. Okay, so now everybody has a bid amount. Google will see, okay, so okay, that bid amount is there and everybody is bidding, right? So everybody is bidding. Google will see which are the advertisers who are bidding. Now Google has to decide which one gets on what position, right? So what Google will do is, Google will calculate this ad rank for each advertiser. Okay, ad rank is just any number, it can be any number. This ad rank will be calculated as a function of max CPC and quality score, right? So what is this max CPC and quality score? First of all, we should understand max CPC. Max CPC means maximum cost per click. Okay, maximum cost per click. Maximum cost per click is that 10 rupees, 12 rupees, 14 rupees that I just discussed, right? That I just discussed. So your bid amount, maximum cost per click, maximum money that you are willing to pay per click. Okay, what is it that you are bidding? So if I am bidding at 10 rupees in my formula for ad rank, here my max CPC will become 10 rupees, right? For somebody else, it will be 12, 14, whatever it is. So my ad rank will be calculated based on my maximum CPC, my bid amount, and my quality score. We'll come to quality score, but before that, understand this. Then my ad rank will be calculated. So every advertiser's ad rank will be calculated based on their maximum CPC and their quality score in that auction. Function of, okay, function of. It depends on both these things. Sawan. Um, No, Nikhil. But there is a suggestion on how much to bid. Okay, and if you have to bid competitive. Okay, you have to bid competitive. You can't if you place a bid too high. It really does not make much of a difference. We'll see how. And if you place a bid too low, then you'll not be competitive. Then your ad might not appear on the first page and all that. So yeah. So they will give you a suggestion. Basically, you can start bidding around that. So you don't have to worry about lower upper ceiling and all that. Okay, then Google in the AdWords account only you will be able to see that. Okay, so we'll see that when we create. Bidding is at the moment of search or previously decided. No, it is not in real time. So when you are bidding, you have set a bid. So suppose you set a bid 10 at 10 rupees, then it will remain 10 rupees till the time you change it. So for every auction that you enter, your maximum CPC will be 10 rupees. So now that is when you decide. But yes, there are ways in which it is automated. So when it is automated, Google might in real time also decide the bid. Okay, when it is automated, it can be at the moment in real time, Nitin. No, there is no range. Pile, see, it's like this. So if you can bid lower, it's just that then you are not competing to be on the first page. The ads are there on the second page also. Okay, so if you there is a suggested bid, right, for the first page. Otherwise, if somebody bids lower, then they are probably they may probably not get the first page of the to get to be on the first page. Quality score. Yeah, quality score I'm coming to, Manali. Quality score we haven't discussed. So now what I'm saying is maximum CPC everybody has. Google will assign a quality score. Google will go and calculate ad rank for every advertiser. Now what will happen that in that auction, whoever gets this highest ad rank here, okay, whoever gets the highest ad rank will get the number one ad position. Okay, so that's the idea. Whoever gets the highest ad rank, which is based on that advertiser's maximum CPC and that advertiser's quality score. So whoever gets the highest ad rank will get the number one position. So now the idea here is to get maximum ad rank, right? As much possible ad rank. What does it depend on? It depends on my bid amount, okay, which I will make it very competitive. And now what is the second thing that it depends on? It is called quality score. Okay, so what is quality score? So quality score is again a rating that Google will give you, right? Google will give you a rating on a scale of 1 to 10. Google will give you a rating on a scale of 1 to 10 uh, for every keyword that you bid on. So suppose this keyword you are bidding on, Google will give you a rating. So maybe 7, maybe 8, whatever you get. That rating on a scale of 1 to 10, which will depend on three things. Okay, so it will depend on your click-through rate, right? And this quality score, by the way, you can see on every keyword that you bid on, no matter you bid on 20 keywords or 5,000 keywords. Every keyword, against every keyword, you can see your quality score. You can't see ad rank and what happened in that auction, things like that, but you can see your quality score. So your quality score will be depending on click-through rate, relevance, and landing page experience, which means first thing, how click-through rate, right? What is click-through rate? Click-through rate means how um, here only it is. So how often your ads are getting clicked, right? How often your ads are getting clicked, that is your click-through rate. So basically, if the percentage of times, let's say percentage of times that your ad is getting clicked, which means if for every 100 times my ad is showing, if suppose 5 times my ad is getting clicked, on an average 5 times my ad gets clicked, then my click-through rate becomes 5%. Okay, then my click-through rate becomes 5%. Or if every 100 times my ad is showing up, let's say my ad is getting clicked twice, then my CTR will be click-through rate, or CTR will be 2%, right? So higher this quality score, matlab better, the more clicks you get, the percentage of clicks that's higher that you get, this will drive this component of your quality score. What would drive your CTR? If somebody sees your ad, already they are seeing your ad. Now we are talking about why will they click through it. So yeah, good content on the ad, good offer, written better, appealing ad, good pull, somehow maybe a brand pull, maybe some offer, so that if you need to write good ads, right? You need to write good ads that will help you really here. Then The other bit is relevance. So what is relevance? Relevance is again for the user, for that person who comes to search. Okay, how relevant is your ad, right? So somebody searched this, now you showing this ad, okay, because in your account you see how in your account you are going to be deciding all these things, right? So you are going to be deciding all these things. So Google will check that what is that ad you are showing on that keyword, right? What is that ad that you're showing on that keyword? Now, is that talking about the same thing, or is it talking about something completely else, or many things at once, or it has to be exactly that. So it should talk about the same thing. And then suppose even if that ad is talking about the same thing, then what happens? The user will click on that ad. When they click on that ad, they will be taken to a page in your on your website which is known as landing page, okay, which you will decide. So you will decide that somebody comes in through this keyword, which page will they come to, right? So is that page also relevant for the user? So from what they were searching to what ad they saw to the page they go to, it should all talk about the same thing. If that relevance is broken anywhere, if that ad talks about something else, or even if the ad is ad is resonant with it, but when I go to the website, it talks about five different categories, and I can't even find what I was looking for, or that bit is really really small, so then it is not relevant for me, right? Then it is not relevant for me as a user. Then Google will not rate you high on this. So you have to ensure that the relevance from keyword to ad copy to that landing page is there. Clear? And final, the last one is your landing page experience, right? What is landing page experience? Again, for me as a user, Google will ensure that the landing page experience for me on your website is good, right? So which means that of course it should be relevant, right? Relevant, we have already discussed. Then original, transparent, right? So your website should be an authentic one, your brand should be an authentic one, you shouldn't be trying to pose as something else. Transparent, whatever offer you're saying on the ad, those kind of things. So that's there on the landing page also. It's not like it's just not there. You are your page should load fast, right? So if I land on that page, it should not say loading very slow, right? So it should not happen like that. It should have a quick loading time. Then apart from this, now it's very important that your page is mobile optimized, right? When I say mobile optimized, if I am coming in from a mobile device, I land on your website on that page. Now you have a form there, and it's in the corner, because it is the same page, the same way it is there on a computer, it's showing up on the mobile. Then there is a form there in the corner which I really have to somehow pinch and zoom and reach, and then I try to fill up that form, try to submit it, doesn't work because your website is not mobile optimized. If your website was mobile optimized and I'm coming in from a mobile device, I should see it like this, possibly something like this, the way this is these three blocks you see. Possibly I'll see the form also like this, and I'll see a submit button here, and I can submit. So that is mobile optimized, right? So that is again very very important, that the experience from the mobile device should also be good. So these are things that will go and get you a good quality score. When you have a good quality score, well, let's go back. When you have a good quality score, so it's not only your bid amount that will matter, okay guys? So if I just go and say that if you just as an advertiser, you just go and say that let me just bid very high, okay, so Google is not going to get you it's not going to give you a high ad rank, because quality score also matters. So the idea here is that it is different from all other auctions that it does not mean that you will just bid the highest and you will get the number one ad position. It's not like that. It is possible that somebody bids lower than you, and then even then they can get the number one position while you may get a number two position. Why? Because they may have a better quality score. Is this clear? uh, So Deepak, not much known into this really, right? Not much, but what I can say for sure is that quality score will play a major role. So somebody can't really just say that I'll just bid very high. Google can also say that if somebody's quality score is below this, right? Google can decide that this will be the cutoff. If quality score is below this, we will not show the ad at all. Okay, Google can even say that. So it's like this. So that's why you have to be calm. place your bid competitively and maintain a good quality score. Try to improve it by improving all these things continuously, right? So that's the major bit about the auction. Okay, so see this, the higher your quality score, the less you will pay. So in short, we should have our presence for some longer time, and then we should go for auction, because then only we will have quality score. No, Manali. In the beginning, they will use some data. They will use the data, whatever data they have at their end, estimates. They will use some estimates. So no, they can, actually calculate your quality score only after you take your ads live, right? So when you take your ads live, that's when you will enter in the auction, right? Whenever search happens, you will automatically enter into an auction. And once Google has enough data, so Google is able to calculate, then in the beginning, right, in the beginning, then they will publish your quality score, and then time to time they review your quality score. But how about what amount can be highest for? Sorry, what can be amount for highest bidding? Okay, so since there are so many different keywords, there is no one number for bidding. So it's not like I'll bid 10 rupee for every keyword. Every keyword has its own place where it is operating. Every level where it is operating. So that we will see when we get into the account. Will they analyze our website before we bid? They will. They will check. No, not before you bid. So they will, like I said, they will get the quality score, first quality score number, once you take your account once you take it live, then they will have CTR and all that. But yes, relevance bit they will check. Relevance bit they can check anytime. They're not analyzing your website really, right? They are just analyzing that relevance part of it, landing page experience part of it, just the things we discussed. So they're not really seeing the design of your website and all that. And if yes, so what basis will they rate us? Ibanshu, just the things that we discussed right now. Okay, and CTR and all, once you start, CTR and all, again, you can improve, right? As your ads perform better, your CTR improves. Click-through rate is actual click-through rate. It is not reviewed really. Click-through rate will be in the initial stage, they might take up an estimate, but once your ads are live and you have a click-through rate really, right? Because every time your ad shows up, whether that is clicked or not, right, they can calculate a percentage. And that's your click-through rate, right? So like suppose 100 times your ad showed up, 5 times it was clicked, you got a 5% CTR. So it's the user who's clicked on it or not clicked on it. I'm confused between click-through rate and keywords role in quality score. Keywords are more important. Okay, so keyword is the let's say central bit, right? Keywords, it's keyword that is at the center. And when we are talking about click-through rate, it is the click-through rate on that keyword. We are talking about quality score, it is quality score on that keyword, right? Quality score itself is on that keyword. So CTR, relevance, landing page experience, everything we are talking about that keyword only. Ashish, keyword is very, very important in search. Okay, so we will be in fact discussing a lot in detail keywords in the second session, that is second, as in second week, that is. Okay, so let me not go ahead from here. It's already 9:26. So what we will do is a little bit more into auction, right? There is more to this auction. So far we have only seen that who will get the number 1 position, number 2 position, number 3 position and all. But then we have to see the payment bit of it also, how much money they will pay. Okay, so that we will see on Thursday. Then then we will, once we are done with the auction bit, we will see some terms, right? Some terms we have already seen, some terms we'll see in detail. We'll see all the terminologies in one place, right? So that we have no confusion on the terms. And then we will create an account, get into these things we've already done, the campaign types. So then we will create an account and see the structure, right? So we'll basically on Thursday, we will go and create the account, see how to structure this account, and how to create a campaign, right? So how to create a campaign. So that's where we'll go on Thursday. Now, there's a lot actually. There's a lot. So this is not. This is in continuation, right? This is in continuation. Today is just the very first day. This we will continue and we'll finish this over. This entire week. So I forgot to share this earlier. So, but anyway, so I'll just share with you. I have a feedback link for today's session, right? So I will have the same link here for every session, in fact. So I'll just share this link. We have a feedback system so that, we also understand how the session is going for you. How is your learning going? And if there is something that you want to add, something to improvise, that also you can let us know. So that's the feedback link for today's session. And now let me come back to your question. So all your questions, I'll just come back to. So anybody who wants to leave, right, you can leave at this point because the feedback link I've just shared, and will not be discussing anything new in this session now. So only I'll just be answering all your questions. Okay. And beyond this, okay, so there is this ask a question on your LMS, right? So here, see, right now, since we are on Tuesday, Thursday we will be meeting anyway. So, Thursday again, we will be discussing any questions you have, but, possibly between Thursday and Tuesday, mostly, especially when, we have discussed assignments and all. So if you have questions in between the sessions, right, you can use this ask a question one here, right? And again, of course, when we meet, we will be discussing questions here. Okay, so thank you so much, right? So anybody who wants to leave at this point, you can leave. I'll be discussing all your questions now. Ashish got it now completely now, right? So it's keyword only that we are talking about. Your key on the keyword, it's your bid. You're bidding also on that keyword, and the quality score is also on that keyword. So that ad rank. So it's all, everything is around that keyword. You are deciding, I'm appearing on this keyword. Google is going to see your quality score, your bid on that keyword, right? Completely around keyword. Savan, thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you, Sujit. Thanks so much. I'll leave you with this video also, guys. You can go and watch this video. Okay, it's about one advertiser called Chumbak. Okay, but some guys might have left, right? Some guys might have left. So I'll share this video again, maybe in the next session. So I'll share this. So, but you can, save it for now. Another, one brand which has talked about how Google really helped them with the advertising. Thank you, Nikhil. Thank you, Sonam. Madhu will create an advert. Yes, we'll create in the next class. Don't worry, don't create it right now because there's a little bit, one step because of which it becomes a hassle. So we'll do that in the next class. Thank you, Sonam. Thank you, Nitin. Thank you, Panchmi. Thanks a lot. Thank you, Deepa. Thanks a lot. We should have our presence for some longer time and then we should go for auction because then only we will have the quality score. No. You can't do that, right? It's like if you have decided that I will run my ads, that means that you are, what do you mean presence for longer time? So if you are advertising, right, then you are saying that I want to be present on search ads, right? I want to be present on the paid ads. That means you will be entered into the auction. So there's no presence for longer time, right? So the moment I decide that I will take my ads live, I will start getting into the auctions. Got it? So there's no time in between, really. Yeah. Because anybody searches, you might become part of that auction. If anybody searches on the keywords that you are bidding on, you will be part of that auction. Yeah. But they get quality score. So initially what happens is when you just take your ads live, they can still check for your relevance, right? They can still see your maximum CPC. That part is done. In terms of quality score, they can still check for your relevance because you have already decided which page the user will go to, what ad they will see. So they can always check your relevance. They can always check your landing page experience. All those things they can check about your the landing page. It's just the CTR, right? CTR, click through rate, they can't know. because your ad has not shown. So how will they decide that how many times will they get clicked and all that? So that they will go on expected CTR. Okay, so they will assess an expected CTR and they will start on that. And then once your ads go, your ads start running, showing people click, then you will have an expected CTR number as well, and then they will calculate your quality score, right? You will be able to see your quality score in your account, and that will also get reviewed by them from time to time. So if you keep improving your advertising, then your quality score also improves. Thank you, Deepa. Thank you, Viraj. Thank you, Manali. Got it, Manali? Yeah. Yeah. If I haven't received a single impression or click, then my ad will not be shown due to zero click-through rate. So if you have not received a single impression, okay, so then one, maybe your ads are not running. Okay, some issue with the billing part of it. Maybe your ads are not running. Or if you have not had a single impression, if your ads are running, then maybe they're you're not bidding on the right keywords because there are not enough searches only happening, right? There are not enough searches happening. So that, or or your bids are too low, something like that. So then only you will not get a impression. Now click is a different thing. You may get impressions, you may or may not get clicks, right? So if your ad is showing, then why will you user think it like that? So if your ad is showing, why will the user click on it or not click on it, right? So that will be based on how you've written that ad. Then my ad will not be shown if you haven't received a single impression. Zero click-through. So when your ad is showing, click-through rate only comes in when your ad is showing, and then how many times are they getting clicked. If you're not showing up only, then there are no impressions, then there is zero clicks and zero CTR, then no money, no advertising. Got it? How much time does one campaign run before we have to go for our auction? No. I think no. See, it's like this. I create an ad today and I decide that it goes live. Okay, so Google approves it. It goes live tomorrow, possibly. And then once it goes live, that means I am saying that I want to be present on Buy Furniture Online. So anytime somebody comes in and searches, I can be part of that auction. Okay, there is no time after that. Got it, Sonam? So once I'm already started bidding on it, any time somebody comes in, searches for any related keyword, what I'm bidding on, only that. So my ad can show up anytime after that. So we have to keep modifying and experimenting with different keywords until we start getting clicks. Yes, of course. So we will see when we discuss search in detail. Today we're not discussing search as such. Today we're just getting understanding the overall, sort of. So when we get into search in detail, then you will understand how to create this keyword list. Which keyword should I bid on? Then if I have bid on these keywords, then should I add more? Yes, then yes, you are right. It is a constant process of modifying, experimenting, dropping some keywords, yes. And that process, we call it as optimization, which we will learn, right? So that's a constant process. Yes. If I'm looking for more branding, then I should go for certain sort of models like CPC, CPO, and for conversion. Nikhil, we've not discussed these things. So if I will, let's wait for some time. So once we at least discuss these terms, conversions, then I'll answer all these questions. Will that do? Yeah, sure. But paid ad don't require beforehand auction being made for the ad to be live. Okay. So paid ads don't require auction being made for the ad to be live. You mean Google Display Network, Sonam? Or you mean search, or you mean anything specifically? What do you understand by paid ad here? You mean search? Search. So ad is live means that somebody searched on it, right? If somebody has searched on it, only then can your ad show, correct? Your ad can't show otherwise on search, right? And if somebody has searched on it, that means an auction has happened. So every time somebody searches, one auction happens. Google will look who are the people who are bidding on this, right? And then Google will decide whose ads to show and in what order. So what I'm saying is that your ad is live, that only means that somebody is already searched. And if somebody searches, then one auction will happen, right? So what happens is, by the time you type it, right, you type it and you say search, and the results that you see, in between that, in that fraction of a second, the auction happens. Yeah. Okay. So what you see are the results of the auction. Yeah. Cool. So guys, no assignments for today. This is it. Assignments only on Thursday. Anything else? Yes, Sonam, yes. Exactly. So there is no other time, so that is what I'm trying to say. There's no time. It's just that, my ads are live because somebody searched. Yeah. And that's only an auction also. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you, Sonam. No, Manali, let me know what is the problem. So see, okay, let me show you. Is this the same question you're saying? The what is an auction? Overall. Actually, no, shouldn't be. Tell me what is the problem. I'll definitely try and explain to you in a different way. But okay, go through the recording. Go through. Uh, and yes, we've just started, so at least let this run through Thursday, then possibly it to be. Yeah. But if there's something in specific, please ask. Yeah. Thank you. No, they are different, completely different. So no, these are two different networks that this platform is all about. Okay, so what is GDN is not GSN at all. What's GSN? There can be some formats that go on both, but these networks are completely different. Okay, the places that ads show themselves are different, right? Here, your ads show on what is search network? It is Google and search partners, which means they're also on the search engines only the ads will show, right? Google and search partners. And here we spoke about websites, different websites on web, news websites, sports websites, fashion websites, Bollywood websites, any websites, any kind of websites, blogs, apps, YouTube video channels, right? YouTube videos and video channels. So aren't they completely different then, where your ads are showing? Okay, this is the basic difference. This is a different place altogether. This is a different place altogether. Sonam, got it? Yeah. Sure, Nikhil, why not? Thank you, Shrikant. Thanks a lot.